What's up, guys? I'm Iggy Azalea, and I'm here for my WIRED Autocomplete Interview. Okay, so I just hold and I peel. What is Iggy Azalea's real name? I actually really like my real name. It is Amethyst Amelia Kelly. The reason I didn't use it is because it's just too serious and I am a gigantic idiot. So I used my email recovery password as my stage name. And my dog's name is Iggy and I grew up on Azalea Street. So that is how I got this name. But my real one is Amethyst. Where did Iggy Azalea get her name? Well, we know. I got my name from my email recovery password, but don't worry, I've changed my email since then, so you cannot hack me. What does Iggy Azalea do now? A bit of this and a bit of that. I think I just do chaos and mischief in general. That's what I've done my whole life, really. Different subcategories of naughtiness is what I do. Okay. Woo! Next. Thank you. What song made by Iggy Azalea? Oh, what song made Iggy Azalea famous? I think there's three answers. One was my first song that got me a record deal, and that's a song about a cat, a pussy cat. And then there's working on my shh. A lot of people love that, but my biggest song that I think most people probably first got introduced was Fancy. What is Iggy Azalea's most popular song? I think it's clear that it's Fancy because that record is diamond, and so you can't really compete with a diamond record, can you? It actually had a different name. It was called Leave It when I recorded it, and I was going to leave it off my album. But then the producers that I did it with, they restructured it and changed parts of my verse and kind of like moved them and shuffled them around, and suddenly it was way catchier. So I do owe it a little bit to the whole team to make Fancy because I made Leave It and then they rearranged and they made it Fancy. What is the song Fancy by Iggy Azalea about? I think you already know what it's about, don't you? It's about being so fancy. It's just about being fabulous and feeling good. And I think everybody gets ready and they're about to go somewhere and they just feel so good and they turn that song on. Fancy is just that moment. It's your getting ready moment. Thank you. What was Iggy Azalea's childhood like? Very feral. I just used to run around in the bush all day long, really. I am from a very small town called Mullumbimby. When I lived there, it had about 2,500 people in it. It's very rural. I lived on about 24 acres with a bunch of chickens and cows, and we used to do stuff like duck under the barbed wire fence and try to touch a bull and run away from it without it like trying to kill you, and trying to get turtles in little lakes and letting them bite your fingers. I was a nature girl, that's what I did. And then I fell in love with music, and so I wanted to come to America because I think that some of the greatest musicians of all time are American. I just wanted to get close to people that are the best at what I wanted to do. When did Iggy Azalea move to America? Am I a little bit psychic? I think I'm a little psychic. I moved to America when I was 16, so I was able to do school online, and I came over to Miami not expecting that I would really be able to stay, but I figured it out. I made a way, and so yeah, I am 34 now. I've been here since I was 16. Does Iggy Azalea have long fingernails that can't peel this? Yes, I do. Does Iggy Azalea have siblings? I do. I have two siblings. My sister's name is Emerald. She's like a roller derby looking girl. She's covered in tattoos and she's like Tony Hawk. She does inline vert ramp skating and crazy flips and stuff. She's way braver than I ever could be. She roller skates and she makes roller skates and sells them. It's pretty cool. And my brother, his name is Matthias. I call him Matt, and he likes to take photographs and stuff like that for me, and he's really smart and cool, and he is living at my house right now, actually. We're very close. Iggy Azalea children. I only have one child. His name is Onyx. I clearly have a crystal thing going on here, guys. He just turned 4 last month. I think the reason why I'm so successful is because my mom just like gassed me up with everything that I did. I try to equip my son and make sure that he's like as emotionally balanced, and I try to be kind to him. I don't try to freak out if he spills something or those sorts of things, because sometimes I'd be scared of my father, so I try not to be scary in those moments when you can get frustrated as a parent, and I try to be really encouraging. He could do the worst cartwheel ever and I'll tell him he's a gymnast, because because I think it's really important that as a parent, we encourage our children, even beyond what their skill level really is at the time, because it can take you very far when you have self-belief. And so I really care about instilling that in my son a lot. Whee! Thank you. These ones are scarier because I just don't know where they're going. Iggy Azalea, yellow outfit. I would assume this is the fancy outfit when I dressed up as Cher from Clueless. I love making music videos that are recreations of some of my favorite films. So of course I wanted to do Clueless because it's a cult classic. Absolutely, my first thing when I thought of this was that I wanted to wear the yellow plaid outfit. And I've seen a lot of Halloween outfits that year, which made me very proud because I think if someone dresses up as something you did for Halloween, that's when you know you really made it. Iggy Azalea. Best songs. Well, I don't know, that's subjective. Are you asking my favorite songs? I think my best song, if I had to pick just one, my favorite would be Work, because it's about my life and how I got here, and it's catchy, and you can throw a little ass to it, which is something I like to do. But it's still kind of intellectual and it has lots of good punchlines, so that is my favorite song still of all time. Iggy Azalea, Black Widow. That's actually my son's favorite song of mine. It was my birthday last week and he made me a birthday card with a spider on it and he told me that's a Black Widow. So I still have fans for Black Widow. My son really likes it. He likes the samurai sword fighting in the video. Iggy Azalea, Black Widow, Onyx's favorite song. Yeah, thank you. Iggy Azalea at 16. Well, at 16 I had no money, no family, and I was in the middle of Miami. Yeah, I showed up by myself. I had some friends that I had met on like online chat rooms and stuff like that I've been talking to for some years that we would webcam together and things like that. And one of them lived in Miami, so that was the only person that I knew in America. So I didn't have money or family, but I did have a friend. And they were my real life friend all the way even still, so it's been many, many years. Iggy Azalea, DreamVault. Yes, I have a company called DreamVault actually, and I am launching it, and I'm really excited about it. It's a company where if you have a dream, you can go to this platform and you can use your friends or your family, fans if you have them, your community basically to make your dreams happen. And I think it's really cool because for me, I know I had to utilize so many people to get to the top, and I think anybody will tell you that. That's why they have award speeches, right? To thank everyone. So I wanted to create a space where instead of having to do your own outreach, I could make it a little easier for you to kind of achieve whatever your crazy dream is. And that's what DreamVault is, so check it out. Iggy Azalea, Ariana Grande. Well, I just think of Ariana Grande and I think she's just a floating little, delightful little cloud. I love her and I love our song Problem. And I love that I had #1 with Fancy and #2 with Ariana because I think she's an icon and it's such an honor to have that song with her. Iggy Azalea, music videos. Well, I'm glad people are searching this because music videos are my favorite thing about when I made music. That was always the thing I had the most fun with. I love making up creative, crazy concepts. And so to have a song is fun, but to get to put a visual to it, that's always my favorite. So I'm glad people want to Google them. Whee! Well, that's all my boards. I hope you know me a little bit better now and that I can answer some of the questions because the internet is a confusing place, but you've heard it from me now. I had fun. I get a little scared to know what you might be Googling about me, but it's not so bad. It's cool stuff. And I was happy to talk about it. Until next time, bye.